Nancy, I know lots of people out there are going to be so happy to see you back in a regular series. How is Nancy feeling
I
about
don't
it?
think they could be any happier than I am. I'm delighted.
Yeah.
I'm delighted. It's a different kind of thing for me, too, than the Hillbillies.
Yes.
The role.
Yes.
Yeah.
And getting to work with Brian Keith.
Getting to work with Brian. We worked together years ago on The Parent Trap, the Disney picture. And, of course, Brian lives in Hawaii, and so we will live in Hawaii and shoot there. So that's kind of exciting.
Yes.
You know,
have you been to Hawaii ever?
Never. I have never been there. I've been practicing, you know, gentle hands. I don't think I'm cut out for that kind of thing. I'm going to go anyway.
You know, I didn't realize until I started doing a little background work on you that you had come to California originally to be a publicist.
Yes. I had been working in radio and television as a writer and continuity writer, and in Miami, Florida, after I got out of college. And I really kind of fell into this. I'm sure there are those who think I should fall out, but be that as it may, I keep working. And I was very lucky. I met George Cukor, and he was kind enough to help me. And
How did you meet him?
I had my husband at that time had gotten letters of introduction from the head of a theater chain. Those were the days when theater chains were very important, and they extended courtesies of this sort. And it was purely a routine interview. We got in to see somebody, and he said, I'd like you to meet Cukor. For some reason, he thought I might do something, and I met George Cukor, and then I did 4 or 5 pictures, one right after the other for him.
Now, did Mr. Cukor tell you right away, Nancy, I wish you'd be an actress, or
Oh, no. He said, he's very brusque. He's a marvelous man. He's very brusque, and he said, I want to test her. And they said, what? This girl's never acted professionally in her life. He said, I want to test her. So I think I tested against 15 or 20 professionals. And maybe I had the quality, the mere fact that I was not professional. And I did one of the best things I've done. I certainly loved it. In the picture called The Model and the Marriage Broker with Thelma Ritter. And I ended up marrying Zero Mostel, for what it's worth. And from then on, I was very lucky. I kept working in television, and here I am.
Were you terribly nervous at that test?
Oh, terrified. Can you imagine? You've been in Hollywood 3 weeks, you have no idea, you have no professional training, and here you are with one of the world's great directors. And yes, I don't know how I did it. I guess I was young then. That helps, you know, that really does help.
Well, it had to be a terribly exciting thing.
Oh, it was.
Though.
It was unbelievable. It was one of those things that just stun you. You can't believe it's really happening. And even today, I wish one could keep that excitement and enthusiasm. It's a shame to lose it, you know, the thrill of meeting this person and that person. It's still, you know, it certainly transcends most things, I think, in terms of a living, but it's also a very precarious way to live, because unless you get a series in today's television medium, why, it's very difficult. Very, very difficult. So I'm pretty lucky, I think.
I have to talk with you a little bit about Beverly Hillbillies, and especially Irene Ryan.
Yes.
What are some of your favorite memories of her?
Well, of course, I always loved to see Irene with that. She always had her cigarettes in the granny's pocket, you know. And underneath the skirt, she always had a pair, almost invariably, a pair of blue slacks. And she never would take them off. And she would put the big boots on, and when she'd go up the stairs, you could always see, the camera couldn't, but rolled up. She'd roll up her pants, and the cigarettes would bounce along. I don't know, she was, there were so many stories, I can't think of all of them, but she was a dandy. She was a remarkably talented and vital woman. She really was.
Do you have any special gift or memento or anything like that
of Irene?
You cherish?
The only thing I have is a picture that she gave me the first year we were together, and on it she said, well, here's hoping for 2 years. And then every year she'd add on to it, and finally we had 9 years together on the show.
Isn't that beautiful?
Yeah.
That's
I
just
still
great.
have that.
You know, I interviewed her one time
on
my program, yes. And, you know, instant love you have to have for this lady. And such a trooper, and, you know.
She is. And nobody enjoyed the success of the show more than Irene.
And then, you know, I saw her later, quite by accident, in one of the hotels in Las Vegas. And you know what she was doing? Running around with a little cup of nickels, playing the nickel slot
now
machine.
that reminds me. She and I would go to the races. We didn't go very often. And we would sit at the races with each of us betting $2. You know, she would put $1 in, I would put $1 in. And we used to really finally, we'd have to laugh at ourselves, because here we were. And Irene, obviously, you know, was considered a star. And we were running up with our $2 bets. chasing around with $2, a dollar in this finger, a dollar in this finger, and people used to sort of watch us. We didn't care. We had a marvelous time, bet all the long shots.
But I thought that was really so marvelous. You know, here was this lady. She could have bought the
Well,
hotel.
of course. But that Irene never changed that much. She never changed.
But, you know, I was thinking that
Very
probably
professional.
that's why she could have bought the hotel, because she was very thrifty.
She was
with her
very
money.
frugal. Frugal is a nice word, yes.
Yes, it is.
Like Mrs. Gruber on the Brian Keith show. She's very frugal.
Is she
The character
now?
I... Oh,
Is she?
yes, yes. We say Penuria, she's cheap is what she is. Yeah.
You mean if I get a leak in the roof, I'm going to have a hard
Exactly.
time?
I suggest you get somebody to put their finger up there because she will not fix it.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, I've loved you as a guest, Nancy.
Thank
I'm
you.
not sure I would like you as a
Mrs.
landlady.
Gruber. Well, we'll see how she evolves. I'm looking forward to meeting her. I haven't really met her yet. You know.
Best of luck to you.
Thank you very
Nancy.
much. Thank you.